Okay, so I've actually been using this for I think the past 2 weeks, right? And the win rate has really been amazing. Like I never actually took it seriously. Like I've had this for I think over 2 months now, but I was not even using it because I was trying out something else. So I actually came back to this whole strategy like I think that was 2 weeks ago. And um, this was even the strategy that gave me, I think yesterday I dropped my wins, I think 25-1. Yeah, I just had one loss, right? Just by obeying the strategy. It's very simple, it's straight to the point. I'm going to like take out all the indicators and I'm actually going to show us how to set it up again, right? It's similar to what do you call it, Mamba strategy, right? If you back in IM, right? This is similar to Mamba strategy. It just has a different name. It just has different indicators. So I'm going to take off every single thing. Then we will actually do it again. Then I'll just tell you guys how to use it. Right. So the very first indicator, just know that you actually need 3 EMAs, right? Let me just drop a quick note here. You actually need about 3 EMAs. Okay, so indicator list. Let me just list it out. Indicator list. First, you just need 3 EMAs, right? You need 3 EMAs. EMA stands for what? Exponential moving average, right? In case of those that don't know, it's exponential moving average. Exponential moving average. So these EMAs, you actually need 3 of them, and you're going to actually give them 3 different colors, right? So the first one you need is the 6 EMA, right? You need the 6 EMA, and we're actually going to give this one the color aqua, right? Can give this one aqua. The next one we actually need is 14, right? 14 EMA. 14 EMA, we're actually going to give this one purple. And the last one is actually going to be 26, right? Cecilia, we're just starting. So this is actually going to be 26. Just want to make everything. So this is actually going to be 26. So this one is yellow. So the last one is actually yellow. And so that's it. So the second indicator you'll be needing is your parabolic Saturn, your RSI, right? So it's not so different from the Mamba strategy. It's just that you're using entirely different indicators, except the parabolic SAR and the RSI. But the EMAs are different. I think for the Mamba strategy, we're using Migeli dynamics, right? So this one we're using strictly EMAs. So this is basically, these are basically what we just need, right? So nothing serious, nothing magical about it. This is just all you need, right? So let's actually add the indicators. So you actually come to indicators. What you're searching for is EMA, right? So you're going to see this moving average exponential. You're just going to click it 3 times. So I clicked the first time, the second one, and the third time, right? So we search for the next indicator, which is what? Parabolic SAR, this one, not the one with the strategy, right? Just the normal one. So once you've added that, the next thing you're adding up is what? Your RSI. So you add up your RSI and that is it, right? So that's everything you need. But note that if your trading view is not actually upgraded, right? If your trading view is not the upgraded type, I think trading view will only allow you to use about, I think 3 indicators at once, right? So one thing you can also do is try as much as possible to maybe upgrade your trading view. But trust me, if you have the upgraded trading view, you can actually stick to just using the 3 EMAs, right? Just stick to the 3 EMAs. How can you upgrade it? I think I've taught that before, right? We'll actually do that much later. So 3 EMAs, you can just use the 3 EMAs, right? Why I like the RSI is because I want to see when the market is like overbought, or it's like, should I say it's in an uptrend or it's a downtrend? That's when I actually need the RSIs. But you can still trade without it, right? You can still trade without it because originally the strategy didn't even need an RSI. Like I just added it for normal confirmations. The strategy didn't even need the parabolic SARS. I just added it for extra confirmation, right? So let's actually try to set this up, right? So the first EMA we need what? We actually need the lens to be what? 6, right? So lens 6, then the color, you're supposed to make it what? Aqua. So this right here is the aqua color, right? So my thickness is, you can make it whatever thickness you want to make it. You can make it 3, you can make it 2, right? Whatever thickness you want to set that at, you can leave it like that. So the next one, the length we need is what? We actually need 14. So 14, the style is going to be yellow. Now this particular EMA is actually your best friend, right? This one is actually your best friend. I'm going to tell you why. All right, so the last EMA, we are actually going to set it at 26. I'm going to set it at 26. So 26, we're actually going to make this one yellow, right? So thickness like that. So that is it, right? So for your parabolic SARS, its default setting, you don't actually need to set up anything here. So you can actually customize it. If you want your stars to be black, if you want it thicker, right? If you don't want it to show as stars, if you want to make it what? If you want to make it circles, you can also make it circles. You can just like modify it anyhow you want to do it, right? So circles, I decide to use circles, right? So that's for that, right? So let us set up the RSI. So take note, right? So for RSI, the RSI length remains at 14, right? We're going to leave it as 14. The only thing we are going to change is where it says upper bands, right? Upper bands, I'm going to change the color to green. Also going to make it thick, right? You can use the third thickness, whatever thickness you want, but just make sure it's actually thick, right? So me, I prefer line. I don't like it as dashed line. I just want to see a green line at that area. So the RSI middle band, you can actually make it what? You can actually make it black. You can make it black, and you can make it thick, like the opacity should be all the way to 100, so that you can actually see it very well, right? So once you do that, you can equally make this a line, right? You can still make it a line, right? So this actually marks what? Your middle area at 50. So you also want to take note of that 50 area. So then your lower, your lower band, you make it what? You make it red. You make your lower band red, increase the thickness, also change it to what? Line, right? So once you've done this, now you're going to switch your upper band settings from 70 to 60, right? Switch the upper from 70 to 60. You're switching the lower from 30, take it to 40, right? And that is it. So RSI based MA, you actually need this to be on, right? You can just turn it off. Upper Bollinger Bands, all these things, it's not necessary, right? And RSI background fill, you can also turn it off, right? So if you want to change your RSI color, if this purple is not so visible for you, you can equally make it, you can make it, just customize, you can make it an orange, you can make it blue, whatever color you want to make it, right? You can make it blue. And that's basically everything you need, right? That's basically everything you need. So how this works is, I don't know, guys, can you actually hear me? Can you still hear me? I hope my network is not messing up. Can you hear me? All right, so how this works is, this strategy works based on three candle rule, right? It's a three candle rule strategy. It's a three candle rule strategy. So that's to tell you that if you're actually taking trades on your 1 minute time frame, how many minutes are you supposed to take the trade? If we're trading on 1 minute time frame, how many minutes are we supposed to take the trade? Yeah, we're supposed to take it for 3 minutes, right? So if we're analyzing on the 5 minutes time frame, 5 minutes time frame, can anybody answer that? How many minutes trades are we supposed to be taking? Yeah, 15 minutes. So if we're analyzing on the 15 minutes as well, if we're analyzing on the 15 minutes as well, if we're doing that on the 15 minutes, it's actually going to be, our trade is supposed to last for what, for 45 minutes. But I've never tried analyzing on the 15 minutes time frame. I've only tried out 1 minute, I've only tried out 5 minutes. So equally, if you want to actually get your entry from the 1 hour as well, that means your trade is going to be 3 hours long, right? So 3 hours, 3-hour trades, right? 3 hours trade. Okay, so basically, this is how this works, right? So every other rule applies, right? You need to make sure your currency strength meter is in check, right? You need to make sure your strength meter is telling you, okay, you're supposed to be buying, you're supposed to be selling. Right? What's the time? The time is, it's almost 10. The market's almost closed. So let me look at live chats. Let me see what I can find. Just hold on. Let me see what's happening. Okay, so GJ, right? GBP is stronger, JPY is 1 bar. So if we're to trade GJ, right? If we're to trade GJ, we should be looking for a buy. But now, before you actually start trading, this is what you should be looking at, right? Let me just show you guys something. For buys, watch out for this. For buys, Aqua, right, stays on top. purple in the middle, and yellow at bottom, right? Look at this. Aqua stays on top, right? So if I wanted to know that this is an uptrend, right? I need to see the aqua line at the top instead, right? Then I was followed by the purple, then what? The yellow stays at the bottom. Let me show you guys a buy example, something like this. Look at this. Look at this. This morning, while I was trading AUD, JPY, GBP, JPY, right, consistently, back to back, clearing all those calls, I was basically leveraging on the uptrend, right? So this was what I was just catching, right? You can actually see that after the EMAs crossed, right, the aqua became on top. I don't know if you guys can see it, if it's clear enough, but let me show you guys this, right? See, after the EMAs crossed, the aqua came to the top. The purple was here, right? Then the yellow was at the bottom, right? The yellow was at the bottom. So how did I take those trades? I'll simply wait for what? I'll simply wait for a pullback to the purple, right? A pullback to the purple is my first confirmation, right? Okay, strength, the currency strength meter should be in your favor. That's like the first thing you should watch out for. Now you're waiting for the market to pull back to the purple. The purple is your entry, right? The purple is your entry. This is where you take the trade from, right? If you took the trade here, 15 minutes, that's 3 candles, right? If you took the trade here, this is 1, 2, and 3. You've cleared the trade over here, right? You've cleared the trade over here, right? Or I would have entered where? I would have entered on this candle. I'd have still cleared 1, 2, 3, right? This candle still came back to purple, even came back to the yellow, which you can actually take as a second entry. As far as your strength is strong, right? As far as your strength is in favor, right? Comes to the yellow, you can equally take as second entry, right? So 1, 2, 3, that's a clear, right? This candle pulled back to purple. If you would have entered here again, 1, 2, 3, right? Clear, same thing, same thing. You bought for a while, you pulled back to what? The purple, you entered for 15 minutes. This is 1, 2, 3. That's another clear. Now, one thing you're taking note of is what? This is an uptrend, right? The RSI stays above the 50 line, right? So as far as it's above the 50 line, you know that, yes, we are still in an uptrend, right? We are still in an uptrend as far as the RSI stays above the 50, right? So one thing you should not do is don't get carried away with multiple entries and all that. What I'm just going to advise you guys is try this strategy out. This is by far one of the simplest strategies you can have access to, right? It's one of the simplest things I have tried while trading HFX, right? The old double blessing strategy, all those other ones, those ones are unique, right? But talking about people that are actually new, right, on the team coming to trade HFX, this is something you can actually use and you can clear a lot of trades, right? So just come to currency strength meter, right? Check your currency strength. If you're trading a currency pair like GBP, JPY, for the new people, right? GBP, JPY, GBP is the first currency, JPY is the second currency, right? So if the first currency is stronger than the second currency, we are supposed to what? We are supposed to take a buy, right? We are supposed to take a buy. But if we are trading a currency like, what currency can I use? AUD USD, right? AUD USD is here, something like this. If you're trading a currency like this, right? AUD USD, USD is actually stronger than AED. So we should be looking out for sells. So all you should be waiting for is you want to actually see something like this. Look at it, it's actually happening, right? You want to actually see the yellow on top, right? Followed by the purple, then you have your aqua, then you make sure the RSI is below 50, right? Those are your confirmations. You make sure the RSI is below 50. But one thing you need to note is if you're taking sales, your parabolic SAR should be on top of the market, right? So if it comes to the bottom, sometimes what I like to do is if it comes to the bottom, I don't take any trade till I have it back at the top. Then I keep on taking trades for sales. Same thing with the buys, right? If I'm taking buys, the parabolic SARs should be where? Under the market, right? Immediately flips to the top. What I'm doing is I don't want to take the trades again because there's every tendency the market will start reversing, start coming down. So whatever direction you're taking your trades, make sure that these stars or SARs, as we call them, right, is also in the favor of that trade, right? So that's basically how this works, right? It's not complicated. In fact, this is the most simplest strategy I can tell you for a fact. Like this is the most easiest thing I've come across. Right. So let me just type this. Right. Let me type this. Okay. All right. So just hold on. I just want to type the confirmations, guys. Hope you're taking notes. I'm still going to send out the video. So if you've not gotten the indicators, you don't need to disturb yourself about that. You still receive the video, right? So for sales, Aqua stays what? At the bottom. Aqua stays at the bottom. The purple, right, in the middle. And yellow stays on top. Yellow stays on top, right? So this actually shows what? A downtrend. So once you see it like this, you know that that's a downtrend. And what do we do in downtrends? We actually take sales in downtrends, right? So for this other one, it shows that we are actually in an uptrend, and we are supposed to be doing what? We are supposed to be buying in an uptrend. So that is just the simple thing about the strategy. It's not complicated, right? So just hold on. Okay. So it's very, very simple. It's not complicated, right? So it only be complicated if you complicate it for yourself, right? Don't try to do anything extra. Don't try to, oh, what about if I do like this? What about if I do like that? Right? Just keep it simple and it's going to work out for you, right? Strategies will only look hard the moment you're trying to manufacture your own out of it, right? So this is basically it, right? So what else? What did I not include? RSI, right? So for RSI, below 50, for sales, and above 50 for buys. So that's all. So that is all. So this is basically everything you need, right? So okay, let me see the question in the chat box. Are we looking out for EMA cross at any time? I don't really watch out for that, right? But from your knowledge about EMAs, right? Once, just like golden cross, death cross, crossing up, golden cross, right? Indicating a buy trend, right? A change in trend. crosses down, that cross, change in trend for sales. So that could also give you an indication of what's happening, right? That could also give you an indication of what's happening. So I think, yes, CC, I think that's a good one, right? That's a good one. Kingsley, I just said, I just spoke about the entry. Pull back to purple is your entry. Pull back to yellow, that's the second entry, right? We just talked about that. So for sales, once the aqua is crossing the purple going down, you know that if you want to sell, the aqua is the one you see at the bottom, the purple is the one you find at the middle, and the yellow is the one at the top. So if you find the aqua crossing down the purple, right, and the yellow stays up, you know that, okay, this is actually changing to something we can start selling, right? The stars are on top. Just wait for a pullback to purple, and right, this one actually came close to purple, right? Wait for a pullback, sell it down, just like that, right? So this one, right, came up to the purple, but why wouldn't this is why you wouldn't have entered, because this actually came to the bottom, right? We didn't still have it at the top. So you wouldn't have seen this and taken a sell. Oh, let me sell. And look at this, it kept buying. This actually would have given you an indication that, oh, I'm not supposed to take this trade, right? And once you notice the RSI trying to cross the 50, you know that, okay, we can't take this for sales again. Now, the only time you can take this for sales is if the RSI falls back into this area, right, into this zone. That's when you can start taking it for sales. So same thing with the buys, it's the same thing, right? You don't need to complicate it for yourself. So Kingsley, like I said, if we're looking out for sales, your entry is the purple line, right? The purple EMA, this should be your entry, right? So what you should do is, maybe you want to get a price for yourself, right? You can just draw a horizontal line there. What I do is, maybe I just draw a horizontal line there, and I just wait for I just wait for price to come to that price, 434. And if it gets to that area, I'm selling, right? 15 minutes, maximum rollover you can do for this strategy. Just do one rollover. Don't complicate it for yourself. Because if you do an extra rollover, if you do one rollover, you're automatically getting yourself in a 30-minute trade, right? And for me, this strategy is safer for people that want to actually practice proper risk management, right? You know that if you're taking trades with the 3-minute strategies, there are some times that you need to give your trades more than 2 rollovers, in fact. So this one basically gives your trades more time to play, right? It gives your trade more time to play. So if you roll it once, you know that you're having about 6 candles to actually play and make that move, right? So that is basically it. Cecilia, and the use of parabolic SAR. Are you asking a question? Are you actually asking a question? Let me know your question. Just an example with parabolic SARs. Okay, so what's your question? Can you how to use it, or what? Is that what you're saying? So to just sell example, the parabolic SARs starting. What the use is, like okay, all right, okay. I get what you're saying. Okay, so this actually indicates, should I say, a change in direction of the market, right? This was buying at some point, right? This was actually buying at some point, and we actually got it flip over to the top, right? What I can say in, shall I say, in a layman's language, right? Just look at it as something that presses the market to go in that direction, right? You see it above the candles. Guess what the market starts doing? Market starts going in that direction. It's pushing the market to go down, right? It comes to the bottom. What's happening? It's like elevating the market up. Just keep it simple, right? Don't complicate it for yourself. Okay, so the parabolic SARs starting coming into the EMA, when that happens, can we still take the trade? Yes, you can. You can. The only thing you shouldn't do is when it flips. When it flips to the opposite direction, you just leave the trade alone. So, like I said, Anifron, if you are on the 5 minutes chart, right? If you're on the 5 minutes chart on your trading view, right, times 3, 15 minutes trades. If we are looking at the 1 minute time frame, something like this. Look at, if we're looking on the 1 minute time frame, my trades are going to be what? Strictly 3 minute trades, right? My trades are going to be 3 minute trades. So where did that cross happen? The cross happened somewhere around here, right? Look at this. The blue crossed the purple somewhere around here. Let me make this big enough for everybody to see. So the blue crossed the purple somewhere around here, right? We had the parabolic SAR at the bottom. We had RSI above 50. Now, guess what? We actually had the market pull back to purple, right? Although this is not really advisable once it's closed, I like to see the gap, right? But assuming we took this trade, 1, 2, 3, you would have cleared that as well, right? You'd have actually cleared that. This one, you'd have cleared by chance, maybe say a rollover or something, you'd have actually cleared this. On trading view, you can add up to 3 indicators, more than 3. Just upgrade your trading view, right? So don't worry, we'll come to that. We're actually going to do that together. So this is another example, right? A pullback to purple, right? We actually had the SARS on top, but guess what? It pulled back to purple, and what happened? It flipped again, but we still got another chance, right? It still came to purple, and this is 1, 2, 3. Let me look for more opportunities, right? Assuming we are selling, look at this. Assuming we are taking sales, look at where it crossed, right? The EMAs crossed around here, right? It became a downtrend, right? The SARS were on top. RSI was below 50. It was around this zone, right? We waited for what? A pullback to purple. 1, 2, 3. You'd have cleared that, right? Just like that. So around here, I'm not taking a trade, right? I'm not taking a trade around here. So I always want to make sure that I have the SARS above. That's what I'm looking for, right? If it's not above, I'm not taking it. That's if we're selling, right? So just follow the simple instructions, and trust me, you're actually going to have crazy wins, right? A lot of wins. So all these ones, look at all these ones, right? Parabolic SAR stays on top. You entered on this candle, right? Let me actually replay this. Let me replay this. Okay, so look at this. Let me actually replay this for you guys. Right? So let's assume this is where the market was, right? This is where the market was, right? So we are waiting for a pullback to what? To purple. Now I'm going to play. So just watch this. Let's look at this. It pulled back to purple, right? Parabolic SAR came here, but what? It gave us one at the top, right? So you'd have entered 1, 2, 3. Is it clear? Right. Let's wait for another pullback. Let's see what happens. You'd have cleared this trade long time. You'd have actually cleared that trade long time. Let's see if we get another chance for a pullback. All right. So you see, just look at. So, like I said, in the original strategy, like where I actually got to learn about it, right? They didn't include the they didn't actually include the parabolic SARS, right? I just added this just to be careful with my entries. So if you are having problems with your trading view upgrading, what I can suggest is just have what do you call it? You can actually bypass this whole thing. What I can tell you to do is, if you have just three indicators, take away your 6 EMA, right? Just have your purple and your yellow, right? Take away the 6 EMA. But why I like the 6 EMA is that it shows me when there's a cross, right? When the purple, or let's say when the aqua is actually crossing down what the purple. That's why I like it, right? So if you know that you cannot have your trading view upgraded, what you can do is you can take away the parabolic SAR, take away that one. Maybe you can just remove the 6 EMA. Then you can just have something like this. Just your RSI and your purple, and look at, so it pulled back to purple again, took it for another sell, and yes, or you exactly, yeah. I think there's an EMA, triple EMA. I think I've seen something like that, right? Triple EMA. Let's look at it. Let me see if you can actually use this one, then I think this is a lot better. DeLorean EMAs. Yeah, that's wise. Princess, that's actually wise. So let's actually try that out. I think this one is even better for everybody. I think it's DeLorean EMA, yeah. But the thing is that you just have to set it. DeLorean EMAs, you just have to like tweak it. That's the thing. So, all right, so guys, I think I actually use this, but what you can do is you just have to turn off the ones you don't want, right? So 6/14/26, right? 6/14/26. Then just tweak the colors to aqua, yellow, and purple. That was a smart one. Sorry about that, guys. So sorry. I got a call. Right. So the person who suggested that's actually a very, very smart one. So you actually save us the stress of upgrading. Right. So guys, so take note, search on your indicators, search for DeLorean EMAs, and once you find it out, just turn off the EMA color 4, EMA color 5 in your styles, then inputs 6, 14, and 26 for number 1 to 3, right? So once you do that, you can still add your, what do you call it, your parabolic SARS if you still need to use that. You can still add your parabolic SARS, then you still have your RSI. So I think this is actually a better approach, right, to using this. This is actually a better approach to using this. So we just use one stone to kill like 3 birds, right? So basically, that's every. I think we made a mistake somewhere. Let me see. 14 is supposed to be purple. Yeah. 14 is purple, and yeah, 26 yellow. All right. So this is basically it, right? So something like this, GBP, JPY, right? We have the SARS under, it's touching the purple, so I should be taking buys, right? It came here, it actually came to this area, right? It sold to the purple. I took a trade for 3 minutes, right? I'm in profit. 1, 2. At the end of this candle, I've cleared my trade. So it's very, very straightforward, right? Just like that. Just like that. So that's basically how the strategy works. So why don't we take trades from the aqua? Okay, so I don't really know why, right? But when I read about this strategy, let me see if I can find where I found it, right? Let's actually look at it together. Rainbow strategy for binary options. Let's actually look at it together. You know that once there's a strategy, right? You don't try to just don't try to, how do I put it, try out your stuff. Me, I just like keeping it simple. I don't know if you can use it for Forex or crypto. I've never tried it out before, but look at this. I don't know if this is where I saw it. Is this where I saw it? All right. Yeah, I think this is where I saw it. So look at this. Look at this, right? This is a trend following strategy. In terms of this strategy, an uptrend is identified when the 6 is above, right? The 14 and both are above the 6 EMA, right? So once this condition is met, the trader must wait for price to retrace down to what? The 14 EMA. And in this case, the 14 EMA is the purple, right? The 14 EMA is actually the purple. So, right, you must wait for price to touch the 14. Then a put option can be placed, right? So just follow the simple rules and that is it. Look at it here, right? 6 EMA, the middle is what? The 14. Retracement to the 14, you entered for a buy and look at this. So just try and keep it simple, right? Just try as much as possible to keep it simple. Don't try to complicate it for yourself. That's one thing you should always do. If you try out a strategy, if it's not working for you, you are free to change your strategy. You are free to look for something else, right? So while I was looking for more strategies, I came across this one and I just decided to try it out. Look at it again. Rainbow strategy uses 2 exponential moving averages, 6 at the top, 14, 26. Look at it. It's here, right? Aqua, purple, yellow, right? For cells, aqua, purple, yellow, right? If it's a cell, the aqua is at the bottom, followed by the purple, then the yellow. Look at it here. It's the same thing, right? When to make a transaction for a call option, right? Moving averages are facing upward. The 6 is at the top, right? While the EMA 26, the yellow, is at the bottom. Price makes a pullback to the purple moving average and crosses it from above, right? It pulls back and crosses it from above. If one of the next 2 candles are bullish, this one is a different approach, right? So if one of the next 2 candles are bullish or start to grow, closes above the purple moving average, we open a call, right? Let me actually see. Let's actually look at this. Everybody has his own thing that works for him. That's just the truth, right? So expiration period of the option is 3 times the observed interval. If we observe a 1-minute interval, the trade is going to last for 3 minutes. If it's a 5 minutes time frame, trade is going to last for 15 minutes time frame, 45, 30 minutes time frame, 90 minutes, right? 1 hour is going to be 3 hours. So I'm equally going to send out this. I think I'll send out this site. Let me actually copy it out and I'm going to send it out in the chat. All right, so let me just send it out in the chat. So you can also go to the chat and just read it up. But basically, this is everything I have been using, right? No magic to it, right? This is all I've been using and it's been working very, very well for me. So you guys can actually try it out again, right? You can try it out, let's say from tomorrow, try it out in demo accounts, see how it goes, right? Then one thing I should also advise you guys to do is learn how to trade within the given Forex sessions. Like if you actually check how I arrange my pairs, right? I arrange them according to the sessions, right? Look at, I have pairs I trade during Tokyo session. I have pairs I trade during Sydney section, and I have the times, right? I have the times as well. So New York session, I know it's from 1 p.m. to 10 p.m. London is from 9 a.m. to 5 a.m. So what I'm actually doing is, if I actually want to trade, like tonight, I'm coming toward Tokyo since it's 1 a.m. to 10 a.m., right? Or I'm coming towards Sydney, 11 p.m., I can start taking trades on Sydney pairs, right? So I've arranged everything. And the advantage of you trading during these sessions is there's more volatility in the market, right? The pairs are moving well. It's not like those trades you take and the market is just moving sideways. It's taking time to move. Someone say my screen hasn't changed. Can you guys see my screen? I wasn't showing anything like spectacular. This is what I was talking about, right? I was talking about my watch list, the way I arrange my pairs, right? So I have my pairs for London. If I wanted to trade around this time, that's why when people ask me, oh, what are the best times to trade, right? Yeah, I was showing the watch list, right? Just here, the list, the way I arranged it. So when people ask me, oh, what time do you prefer trading? The truth is, I don't really have a time I prefer to trade. I've arranged everything according to the times, right? Someone says it's not showing. Okay, so let me stop sharing and let me share again. Okay, so this is what I'm talking about. I'm talking about my watch list. This watch list here, this is what I'm talking about. This is it here. If you want to create a new list, just come here. Okay, here, just come here, create new list, right? Once you click on create new list, what? Tokyo session. You can just do this. Tokyo session. Save, right? So once you save it here, now you already know your Tokyo session currency pairs, right? AUD, JPY, right? Like that. You just start adding your currency pairs. That's what I'm doing. It's nothing extra, right? So that's how to just add your what they call it. You just add up your different currencies to your sessions, right? So if I was trading and the time was within 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., I know that I'm only trading London session pairs. These are the pairs I'm looking for trade opportunities, right? I don't want to go and trade pairs that are meant for Tokyo session or are meant for the Sydney session. So this is how I trade, and it has really helped me. Like, if you notice the trades I dropped this morning, we are just AUD JPY, Euro JPY, GBP JPY. That was because I was trading only the pairs for that session, right? So if I wanted to trade like during the day, yes, I'll actually come here and look for the times, right? So I'm equally going to send out a video for this. I think I sent it out to the group before. It's Rico's video, Rockstar FX, right? Best times to trade binary options. That's where I actually learned it from, right? So nothing extra. There's nothing extra. So GBP USD, if I wanted to take a buy on this trade, right, I'll be looking for a pullback to what? I'll be looking for a pullback to purple. Don't worry, I'm going to send out the list. I'm just going to send it out. I think, let me see if I can forward it. Right, I just want to be done with this. I just want to be done with this session once and for all. Just hold on. I've sent out the video before, unless you people didn't watch it. I actually sent it out before. Okay, so don't worry. After the training, I'm just going to send it out so that I don't like alter the video. So let me know, guys, do you have a question? Did you guys understand? It's straightforward. you can actually go back, watch the recording. It's very, very easy, right? So like I said, if you're looking for a sell, Cecilia, I am going to send everything to the group. Don't worry about taking screenshots. I'm going to send everything out. So you still have it on the group chat, right? So the video as well, it's Rockstar FX training, best times to trade Forex or binary options. They actually listed out the different currencies, depending on the type of session you're trading in, right? If you're trading on London, he listed out the different currencies. You can also do research, right? One thing you guys should learn how to do is you should also try as much as possible to learn. Like, go to your browser, search for different Forex sessions, learn about the currencies that are being traded in those sessions, just like that. It's very, very easy, right? It's very, very simple. You can actually do this by yourself. So that is, you don't need to upgrade, Sunita. No, you don't need to. Your watch list is already here, right? You don't need to, watch list doesn't have anything to do with you upgrading your trading view. It's already here. Just come to the top right. The first thing here is your watch list, right? Where you can add your different currencies to trade. You don't need to upgrade before you do that. So everybody has this one. So I think we've pretty much solved everything. To add extra watch list, how many watch lists are you adding? Are you serious? Anyways, if you can add an extra watch list, just have your paper of currency pairs somewhere. The same way you have your compounding plan, right? The same way you have your compounding plan, print out your Forex sessions, post it on your wall or wherever you trade, so that you actually know the currencies you're watching out for, right? So my trading view has been upgraded for a while, so I don't really know if it was because I upgraded it, I could be able to access all this. But basically, that is everything I wanted to say about this strategy. So I hope you guys understood it and you guys are ready to try it out. That's basically how it works. Is there any other question? Is there any other question? So that I can end the recording. Is there any other question? If you have a question, you can just ask, but that's everything. Straight to the point. I'm sure if you watch it again, you are going to, you're actually going to get it right. So before I end the recording, right, to upgrade your trading view, you just come to this top left, right? Come to this menu button, and you're going to see your username here, especially if you're logged in already. So if you're logged in already, just come to account and billing. Just let me see. Go to account and billing. You're going to see you're actually going to see where you can add your card, where you can cancel plan, all that, right? So where it says your plan, you can see monthly, right? You can see monthly pro, you can see a yearly plan, right? So this one is actually a monthly plan. Like every month it's about close to $15, right? Close to $15. So you just add your card and that's it. So once you add your card, you actually have, let me see, right? Let me click on change plan. You actually have different benefits, right? So look at this, different benefits. So if you're on the pro plan, you can add what? 5 indicators per chart. You can have 2 charts in one window. You can have what? Up to 20 alerts. You can set up to 20 alerts. There's no ads on your screen, like custom time intervals. Like you can replay your chart, like especially if you want to backtest. What we actually did, where I replayed what happened in the market, you can replay your charts, all that, right? If you're doing the Pro Plus pack, right, you can now add up to 10 indicators on one chart, right? You can have 4 charts showing on your screen. You can have up to 100 alerts, right? So you can save up to what? 10 chart layouts, different chart layouts. right? So you can add indicators on top another indicator. So there's a benefit of you paying for an upgrade, right? So you just set this at monthly. It's going to tell you what to pay per month, right? I've not tried premium before because trust me, I don't actually need that, right? I don't actually need that. So that's basically it, right? So that's it. So if you still need help with it, maybe I can actually help you much later, right? But for the training, I hope everybody understood it. I hope everybody understood it. Right. If you guys understood it, let's actually move to the next thing. Right. So everybody's good to go, right? So I'm going to send the recording out. Once I upload it on YouTube, I'm going to send it out as well. So I'm going to stop recording now.